The film project The New Mutants seems to be snake bit and jinxed. Will this movie ever come out? Seriously, they start shooting this back in 2017. It's 2020 now, so...
Welcome back to Comic Power. I'm your host, Comic Killer 72. Welcome to another episode of The Quick Flip. This is a program where I go over comic book industry news in a short period of time. Please subscribe to this channel and also click on the notification bell as well. It will remind you when new videos come out. Alright, now let's get right into it.
The idea of making a movie based on the New Mutants was pitched by Josh Boone back in 2014. It was greenlit and went into production in 2015. Remember, this is the era where the X-Men were still owned by Fox in terms of the movie rights. And New Mutants was Josh Boone's baby. He's credited as director and co-writer and had an idea of a horror trilogy for these characters. So they start shooting this in early 2017, and Anya Taylor-Joy is confirmed to play Magic. This character is the younger sister of Colossus from the proper X-Men, and she's by far the most popular character associated with the New Mutants. She's known for that signature oversized sword, and she has some very iconic covers that I'm showing right here. These are just gorgeous. She actually made her first appearance in comics back in Giant Size X-Men #1 in 1975 when they introduced Colossus. When Professor X goes to Russia to recruit him, they just don't give her any lines of dialogue. But her first real appearance as Magic is in
Storm and Ilyana, Magic #4 from 1983.
So the New Mutants franchise has a fan favorite character. What could go wrong? The film is given an April 2018 release date, and things start to shatter from there. Apparently there is a disagreement between Boone and the Fox executives. Boone wants it to be a full horror story and rated R. The studio wants it PG-13 and touches of horror but toned down a lot. So despite the movie getting very positive reviews and test screenings, the studio wins this argument and they go back to reshoots, which already causes a problem because a trailer has already been released, making this look like the horror movie that Boone intended. So nevertheless, the movie gets pushed back like LeBron's original hairline to February 22nd, 2019. But then something else happens. Disney shows up and buys Fox. So that changes all these other timelines about release schedules and everything else. And the movie gets pushed back again, this time to April 2020. And that's a great time so this movie doesn't get cannibalized. It's coming out after Bloodshot, which is an indie comic character. It never was going to be a billion-dollar movie. And right before the MCU gets started with Black Widow in May. And of course, it gets pushed back a third time, like LeBron's hairline, to an indefinite time because of the coronavirus pandemic. This film just can't catch a break. I don't see it becoming a trilogy now. It's just too far in the future now. It's the last holdover from the Fox era, and I hope it's not a big letdown like Dark Phoenix was. That movie was so bad, it made Catwoman look like Citizen Kane. As for New Mutants, you've had 3 pushbacks. First was a creative difference causing reshoots between the studio and the director. The second time is because of a merger between Fox and Disney. And now the third time because of coronavirus. But let's go over some more about why you should care about the New Mutants. They were the first X-Men spinoff, first appearing in Marvel graphic novel #4, The New Mutants in 1982. And credited to Bob McLeod and Chris Claremont. Their ongoing series started in 1983 and the team consisted of Cannonball, Karma, Mirage, Sunspot, and Wolfsbane. The closest thing they have to an arch enemy is Demon Bear, who first appeared in a cameo in issue #3, first full appearance in issue #18, and he's in issue #19 as well. The team wore matching uniforms similar to the first team of X-Men back in 1963. In 1990, a young artist named Rob Liefeld came involved with the project and introduced Cable in issue #86 and first cover in issue #87. And then most famously Deadpool in issue #98. And Domino 2 is not the real Domino, so long story. Let's move on. Issue 100 is the first appearance of the X-Force, which spins off into its own series, X-Force #1, shortly after that. So with that type of history, it makes sense that there was a New Mutants project, but at this point, we don't know if this movie is ever going to come out because so much bad stuff has happened to it. If I was in charge of Disney, I would just scrap a theatrical release and just put it on Disney Plus and be done with it.
Next up is Wicked Wednesday and a new comic book pick of the week.
And for April 1st, 2020, the pick of the week is nothing. April Fool, coronavirus. You're not getting nothing. This sucks so bad, doesn't it? I've already spoke with my local comic book store, and they stated that Diamond Distributors is not sending out any new books starting on the April 1st date. So you can boo me all you want to, but it's not going to change anything. But let's look at what would have came out on April the 1st. And that's going to be the highly anticipated Batman number 92. This is going to be the first cover appearance of Punchline, Joker's new girlfriend, a character that has really broke through for 2020 really quickly. And look at this. She gets to interact with Harley. This is so cool. We're not going to get this, man. Well, not yet anyway. You can try eBay, but think about this. The people that sell it to you on eBay, they're not going to get it until Diamond gets it to them. And Diamond's not shipping anything new, so they can't give you something they don't have. And by the way, Batman number 89 and You're the Villain number 3 are both going to third printings, which are the first appearances of Punchline. And they were scheduled for April 1st as well. The runner-up would have been Black Widow number 1. They were putting this out in advance for the movie that was supposed to drop in May of 2020, which has been pushed back as well. The cover A you're looking at is by Adam Hughes, who I think is the greatest living comic book artist of our time right now. I did an artist spotlight showing off some of his best work. Link in the description. There's also an impressive variant by Jason Scott Campbell. He's not new to this character. He did a variant cover for issue number 1 from 2014 on Marvel Now. So his current cover and his cover from 6 years ago, they both look fantastic. This corona thing is life-changing in a way we could never have imagined. Sometimes in life we have treated some minor inconveniences like they are a crisis. Now we have a real crisis, so I encourage everyone to stay safe. Keep up with the information on the CDC and the Surgeon General and other accurate sources of information, and don't rely on conspiracy theories and hearsay. And I wish you and your family economically, medically, and emotionally well during this time of trouble and upheaval.
You know the drill. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, give the thumbs up, and share these videos on social media so other people learn about the channel. And don't forget, I do sell comics at my eBay page listed here with a link in the description. One Stop Thrift and Comic Power are run by the same guy. That would be me, Comic Killer 72. I have 100% feedback, by the way. And once again, thank you to my subscribers and viewers who support Comic Power. Until next time, this is Comic Killer 72 for Comic Power saying bye-bye.